CIL 650, in association with Tom Lucas Productions, presents Radio Real Estate.
Our house in the middle of our street.
And now, here are your hosts, Bill Macklem, Fern Northcutt, and Tom Lucas.
Well, Bill, thank you for bringing in the fur coat. Holy gee whiz.
And the toque.
It's nothing, I guess, compared to Winnipeg, but it's getting
This
cold
is a
outside.
warm day in Winnipeg.
Is it really?
Yeah,
it's a cold day in Vancouver.
We actually go down to the beach this time of year because it's really not a lot of people out there. No mosquitoes.
Was that somebody from Winnipeg who just fell over?
I think there was somebody that just fell over from the cold.
Well, it's 10 o'clock on the West Coast. It's a cold, clear morning. Good-looking Saturday morning. Happy Saturday to you.
Sunny.
Yeah, and they have the tree lighting out in Surrey today.
I heard that.
They're going to light the tree in the daytime.
Well, you'll be able to see it for miles.
It's a Who song. Well, listen, speaking of the Who, guess who is on the phone line, but guess where she is.
By the time I get to Phoenix, she'll be rising.
She better be rising. She better be rising. There's an hour's time difference. Fern, are you up?
I am, and it is 11 a.m. here in Phoenix.
Nice to hear from you. How are you this morning?
I'm wonderful. I don't know if you got the picture I texted you. My studio is beside the pool today.
Oh, wow. How nice.
I know.
I know. Yeah, we're sitting up here.
Somebody's got to do it.
We're thinking about maybe starting to shovel. It's not snowing yet. I don't want to scare you, but there's a possibility there might be some snow up here in British Columbia soon. So.
Yeah, we're going to go change our tires, and we're going to get some antifreeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel for you guys.
All right. Well, you stay warm. You're going to be with us for the next hour, and we'll be talking to Fern off and on during the program. She's got some interesting things to pass along. Bill Macklem, you heard his voice. He is the president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. He's the resident mortgage expert on the show. And Bill will have the mortgage rate update for you in just a couple of minutes.
And Bill will also answer the mortgage question of the week in a few minutes.
We're going to talk again, still, about rates and banks and how they set their rates and why we shouldn't be panicking.
And I agree with you 100% after looking at real estate here as well. Our Radio Real Estate Home Handyman, Finn Jensen, will talk to us about insurance coverage and renovations.
Monica Dinalbriga, president of Money Maze, will be here. And this morning, Monica has some suggestions to help you prep for your holiday cleaning.
Thank you, Bill. We'll also be chatting with our very special guest of the program this morning, Michael Henson. Michael is one of the partners over at Park House Squamish Group. He's got there's a development that's sold out over there in 90 minutes or so. Yeah, you're
really?
looking 90 minutes. What a compliment!
Pre-sale.
Wow!
What a thing! So we'll be talking with our friend very shortly. Michael Henson is the gentleman's name. So, Fern, what else is going on?
Okay, so Bill's mortgage question of the week is coming up. And if you have a question for Bill, leave it on our website, which is RadioRealEstateShow.ca, RadioRealEstateShow.ca, and Bill will answer it on next weekend's show.
And, of course, Mark Perry, who is the radio real estate voice of the Valley, will be with us in just a little while. And this morning he has some more news about Platinum 2. And he says the answer, my friend, is flying in the wind. Not blowing like Bob Dylan, but flying in the wind. I don't know what that could be all about.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
Wow. So, Don Mortimer of the Powerhouse Agents on Remax Crest West Side is on the show, and we'll take a look at the Greater Vancouver market.
Well, I know that Don had an emergency call because they're expecting another baby in his family.
Ooh.
I said, yours or grandchild, Don? He said, no, grandchild. So that's one good
that's
thing.
good to hear.
That's a good thing. So he'll be with us unless he gets the call. So we'll see what goes on. Because,
hey, good. Congratulations to him. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because, Fern, when the baby's coming, there's nothing you can do to really stop it, I don't suppose. Mother Nature has her way of bringing these things into the world.
Well, you can't send them back to where they came from anyway.
You can't?
Oh, that's what they tell me.
I think you're right. It's 10:05 and time now for the mortgage rate update. Here's our resident mortgage expert, Mr. Bill Macklem. What's going on with the money this morning, Bill?
Well, the rates are trickling upwards a little bit, and there's no foundation whatsoever. So we're going to talk about this a little bit more in the next part of the show, but the variable rates, you can still get some half-decent rates. We have the rates that you would want and the lenders that you don't.
Interesting.
Yes, so you're going to see on a 5-year rate, you're going to see about 2.59 to 2.69, depending on what you're looking for. Banks are up to 2.79, thinking of going to 2.89.
Is that going to make a big difference?
No, it's not. It makes us all panic, but it's not true. Don't get excited.
Don't get excited, my friend.
Worst thing to do is panic when you're buying real estate.
Exactly.
Coming up in the next segment, Bill will answer the mortgage question of the weekend later. We'll speak with Fern. We'll talk about the market conditions in Phoenix. Monica Dina Briga, the president of Mummy Maids, will join us with suggestions to help you plan your holiday cleaning. Preston Humphreys, the president and CEO of Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations, will be on the show. And he says, if you want the job done right, you've got to hire a professional. And also, too, we have a very special guest coming on the show. Gentleman's first name is Michael. He's going to talk to us about a development in Squamish that sold out in 90 minutes.
Wow.
You're listening to Vancouver's original online air open house on Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy, CL 650.
Good morning. It's Tom Lucas from the Radio Real Estate Show over at CL 650 Radio. At the other end of the phone line, I have my favorite service manager in the entire world, Mike Farkas, over at North Vancouver Nissan. Mike, what's going on?
We've just started on our website a 24/7 booking program. Easy as pie. It steps you all the way through, and it's great. You can book after your shower in the middle of the night if you got nothing to do and just feel like bringing your car in. Anytime. It's fantastic.
NorthVancouverNissan.com, NorthVancouverNissan.com.
Hi, this is Preston from Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations. The Christmas holidays are almost here, and Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations can get your home ready for the season. We offer the best products and the best services at the best prices. Call for your estimate, 604-897-6049. That's 604-897-6049. Or get more information online at humphreypropainting.com. That's humphreypropainting.com.
Hi, this is Fern Northcott from Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. Real estate is the greatest investment you will ever make. Approach it as an adventure, financially and emotionally without mistakes. I have a plan for making your real estate investments work for you. Call or text me, Fern Northcott, at 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem. In these busy and hectic times with family and business responsibilities, it is difficult to find the time to sit down with your mortgage broker and discuss all your mortgage options. I'm available to meet with you at your place of work, your home, our office, or at a place convenient for you. Please give me a call at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663.
CL 650. We get better. We get stacks and stacks of letters.
Well, Bill has slipped into his Perry Como sweater. I'm going to ask you to do us a big favor. Starting next week, Bill, if you could start to wear your Christmas sweater.
Ooh.
Because it'll be December next. Yeah, don't laugh, Fern. I know you've got one too. Come on.
Oh, well, you should see my Christmas apron.
I can't wait to see that. Fern, we have a question for Bill this morning.
We certainly do. This week's question is from Sophie Langaris of Port Coquitlam, and Sophie says, if my current mortgage comes up for renewal within 4 months from now, Bill, when do you suggest that I start looking for a mortgage rate and for terms?
Thanks, Fern. Well, that's a great question from Sophie. You want to be even 5 months out. Start to look at getting a pre-approval on a new mortgage or on your existing mortgage. What would you do is you look for a 5-year term, because that's the ones that you would probably look at initially. And you want to make sure that you've got it booked so that if the rates go up, you're safe. If the rates go down, you can go get a better rate. So this is the ceiling, but not the floor. So when you get a pre-approval, it's the ceiling. It can't go any higher. But if the rates start trickling down again, which we anticipate they are, then you'll start seeing you get a better rate. On the variables, those are tough to book because of the fact that it's all tied into the Bank of Canada Prime. But you can get a pre-approval on a variable as well. So you want to get 2 of them if you can. And that would just be on the discount off the Prime. So that discount off the Prime would be important, because what the discounts are changing. So that's
really good to know.
Yeah, there's lots in there. You know, you just want to make sure that you're careful. I mean, you can get a 10-year term pre-approval, but I find that that's not really the case to go. You want to have a 5-year. People don't realize. I was talking with a client of mine yesterday. Didn't realize that after the 5th year on a 10-year term, you can have a 3-month interest penalty and get out of it. Particularly if you're at a 4 or 5% interest rate, and you can get a 2.7, 2.6 in a variable at 2.4. So that's why we're talking to them.
So for expert mortgage information online, visit BillyMac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com, or call Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-683-HOME.
Thank you, Fern. Coming up, we'll be hearing from Michael Henson of the Parkhouse Squamish Group. And we'll also be hearing from Preston Humphrey of Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations. And he says this morning, if you want the job done right, you want some good results, you better hire a pro.
Always, always. This is for Northcott and Remax Performance Realty with mortgage expert Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgage, producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Radio Real Estate, Vancouver's original on-air open house on Smooth and Easy CL 650.
Hi, this is Monica from Mummy Maids. We're here to help you with all your cleaning needs, including move-in, move-outs, packing and unpacking, organizing, laundry and windows, walls, basic cleaning and custom cleaning. We do it all. You deserve a break and Mummy Maids can help. Let us clean your castle with no hassle. Call 604-533-4959. That's 604-533-4959. Or visit us at mummymaids.com.
When you need it done, you need the Radio Real Estate Moving Team.
Hi, Ryan from Diverse Electric, offering top quality work at competitive rates. Together, we at Diverse Electric have 15 years of business and project management experience. Call us at 778-809-2532 or through our website at diverseelectricltd.ca. When you're looking for an electrical contractor who can handle any size residential or commercial project, call Diverse Electric 778-809-2532 or through our website at diverseelectricltd.ca.
How much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice. Actually, the average polar bear weighs 1,100 pounds. Here at Redpath Relocations, we're that good. With more than 30 years experience estimating, we can ensure everything is accurately accounted for and you have the best price with no hidden costs. Check us out at redpathrelocations.com or give us a call at 604-945-9910. Redpath Relocations. Always ready, always reliable.
For more information, go to RadioRealEstateShow.ca and click on the link.
Hi, this is for Northcott of Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. Baby boomers move for various reasons. Perhaps your home is just too big, or you want to buy that toy you always wanted. Together, we will make that happen. Call or text me for Northcott, 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
Hi, this is Stuart Goodman, the General Sales Manager at North Vancouver Nissan, part of the Dilawri Automotive Group. Come and visit us in the North Shore Auto Mall and see the all-new 2016 Nissan Maxima and new Murano. Visit North Vancouver Nissan, home of the new purchase experience, in the North Shore Auto Mall or online at northvancouvernissan.ca. That's in the North Shore Auto Mall or online at northvancouvernissan.ca.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Over the past 25 years, I have found most home purchasers do not use a mortgage broker. We are a no-charge professional who have assisted over 5,000 home buyers finance their home. The exciting part is these same home buyers come back to us for refinancing, buying their next property, or lowering their current payments. Call us at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
Vancouver weather.
A glorious day for this Saturday. Lots of sunshine and a high today of 6 degrees, but it's going to get worse, eh, Billy?
Well, kind of. Tomorrow we're going to see a mix of sun and cloud, a high of 8. Cloud with it's going to be cloudy with about a 70% chance of rain in the evening and maybe at night. And then on Monday we're going to see periods of rain and a high plus 5.
And right now it's a chilly 3 degrees on the Radio Real Estate Show.
CL 650.
Yeah, they're burning down the house, my house. The New York Times voted Squamish one of 52 places in the world to visit in the year 2015. CNN Money named Squamish the best mountain town in North America for a summer getaway in 2014. And they have the most newborn babies per capita up there in Squamish. And not only that, they like to buy condos up there. They like to buy brand new homes.
Oh, I can see why.
Well, we're going to find out why, Bill. You're absolutely right. Michael Henson is on the line from the Parkhouse Squamish Group. Michael, good morning, sir.
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Good morning. How are you?
Very good, thanks.
Now, you tell me about this wonderful project you have, and it sold out so darn quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It was a bit surprising, but it was a really good project, and I think it really showed the demand for that type of product in Squamish.
Well, now, the locals up there, they're all very curious. They're all very concerned about the environment, and you've built yourself a condo building that was bought mostly by locals, right?
Correct. We think at this stage around 70% of the homes were bought by locals from the Squamish or Whistler region.
Well, it looks like 65-unit condo development. You're doing that. It's the entrance to the Squamish estuary. So you're downtown.
Correct. It's right on the edge of the downtown core.
So is that near the area where the fellows do all the windsurfing and the kite?
Correct. Yeah, that's the Squamish Spit. So we're actually the last residential development before the road that takes you to the Spit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a gorgeous area.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's beautiful.
Now, Michael, I understand the median age up in Squamish is 37 years old. 63% of the population is under 40. So is it mostly younger people that are buying your properties up there?
Yeah, for the most part, the demographics of the buyers pretty much match the demographics of Squamish, and so the majority of people we saw buying were in that age group.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm just looking at the picture online here, and of course the heading says condos sold out in 90 minutes. Then people start lining up at 11 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
Yeah, that's true. I think probably the only disappointment in the project was that with the way the buying happened, there were people who were disappointed that they didn't get a chance to buy. We had people lining up from 11. We officially opened at just after 12, and the way it worked is we had appointments for people before 2:30, and then people without appointments could come after 2:30. And we expected that maybe half the condos might sell before 2:30. But before 2 o'clock, there was nothing left, and that really surprised us.
Well, Michael, for all those people that were disappointed, I have a suggestion for you and your partner over at Park House Squamish Group. Why don't you just build another condo?
Certainly, we're thinking about it, and we think that there's definitely a need in Squamish for that sort of affordable housing. That the average Squamish family can't afford to buy a $500,000 townhouse, and there's a lot of those being built, and we really saw that there was a need for affordable homes in that area.
What was it like to work with with people on city council up there?
It was actually fantastic. We Squamish went through a major rebranding in the last 2 years, and they put a lot of effort into how the city works and to how people perceive the city. So the new branding is hardwired for adventure, and the amount of effort that's gone into sort of recreating what Squamish is has been fantastic. And so we work very closely with the council, and it's been a really good experience.
I also have a question too, Michael, if I may. Now,
Sure.
you say the demographics are under 40, so that means this is working population. Where do they work? Is there enough work in Squamish, or are they commuting to Vancouver or Whistler?
There are a number of people who are commuting, but it's a bit of a mixture. So I think people are finding that the commute from Squamish is, in a lot of cases, less than from Surrey, Abbotsford, and Maple Ridge. So there's a number of people. Is that right? Yeah, absolutely. I think most times you can get to from Squamish to downtown Vancouver in well under an hour. On a good day, it's 45 minutes.
Oh, so, wow. And that highway up there is so fabulous, too.
Oh, yeah. The new renovations to the Sea Sky Highway have been fantastic, and you don't really hit traffic until you get to the Lionsgate, and then only at peak times. Then it's one of the most beautiful drives in the world, so it's not necessarily a problem to do.
Yes.
And quite a few people from Whistler who work in Whistler live in Squamish. But there is more and more work in Squamish, and my business partner, Mario Gomez, he moved to Squamish to raise a family, and he specifically looked for businesses that he could run from Squamish so he could spend time with his family rather than commuting. So I think there's more and more people who are finding that they can live in Squamish and they can have businesses or find work in Squamish.
You know, Michael, I'm so happy you mentioned your partner Mario, because I thought if we went through the interview today and we didn't mention Mario, that you'd probably have a pretty bad week at work next week. But he seems like a good guy too. How did you guys team up?
So it's an interesting story. Mario moved to Squamish about 5 years ago, and we actually met at a UBC program for entrepreneurship. So we're both invited to be mentors at the UBC Lean Launchpad program, which is a program for supporting young startups, mainly coming out of university, to mentor them and to help them in the early stages of creating a commercial entity and making success of their businesses. So we're both working as mentors or volunteering our time as mentors up there, and we mentored a couple of teams together and really enjoyed working together and decided to do a few projects ourselves.
What does Parkhouse Squamish Group have in store for the future up there?
We are certainly looking at building another project, a similar project. We think the demand is there, and we have a long-term commitment to helping to build community in Squamish. So we'll certainly have other projects. Nothing to announce yet, but certainly sometime in the next 3 to 6 months, we hope to announce the next project.
Well, if it's half as good as what you've just done up there in Squamish, I don't think you'll have any problems whatsoever. Michael, is there a website or a phone number if people would like to get some more information about you and your partner?
Yes, they can certainly go to the parkhouselife.com website.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, if they need more information, they can contact us.
Well, fantastic. So Bill and I are planning on, because Fern is traveling the world right now, but Bill and I are thinking of coming up to Squamish, so maybe you could arrange us with a condo for the weekend. What do you think?
Sure.
Sure, he says. He's heard about you, Bill. He's heard about you.
I think so.
Michael, it was a pleasure talking to you. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Good luck and congratulations on Squamish, and it was a delight to talk to you.
Thanks, Tom. Very good to talk to you too.
We'll do it again. Thank you so much. That's Michael Henson, and he's partners over there at the Parkhouse Squamish Group, and they built that wonderful condo complex that sold out in 90 minutes.
There are some things happening in Squamish. Like they just built the Sea to Sky gondola just outside of Squamish, and that thing was kind of thought that it would take a little while for it to take off, and it's already successful. It's into its second year. Apparently, I was up there this past summer with my wife, and they were telling us that you got to go now. This time of year, this nice crispy day like today, go in late afternoon. They have Christmas lights all set up in the top there. It's gorgeous. I was telling a couple of people that are there on a regular basis that work there. They said, you got to come here in the wintertime. It's just as beautiful as it is in the summertime.
Absolutely. And because most of the people there are under the age of 40, when you and I go up there, they can call us sir or grandpa, whatever they like.
Probably grandpa.
Probably whatever they like. Never mind, Fern. Never mind. 22 minutes after 10 o'clock. That's Fern Northcott. We'll be hearing from Fern in just a short minute. Time now, though, for the CEO of Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations. We have him on the line this morning with our painting tip. Good morning, sir.
How's it going? I know people are looking to get their house painted before Christmas or even planning for the new year. The biggest tip I can stress is finding out what your budget is and the quality of finish you're trying to achieve. Ask for references to make sure your professional that you're going to hire is going to do an outstanding job. I know everyone wants the cheapest price, but it always isn't the best when it comes to painting. Everyone assumes that painting is easy, but it really isn't. There are so many different parts of painting, and there's hundreds of products to choose from. Cheap to the best. Ask your painter what paint they're planning on using on the walls, trims, and ceilings, what caulking they are using, if it's elastomeric caulking, so it stretches and doesn't crack, or if it's just a regular plain Joe caulking. As a homeowner, take your time to do product research before hiring your painter. The most expensive price will usually not only look better, but will last longer and be more durable. This is Preston Humphrey for Radio Real Estate.
Thank you so much, Preston, for all your painting and renovation needs. Call Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations. The telephone number is 604-897-6049. That's 604-897-6049, or visit online at humphreypropainting.com.
And in our next segment, we'll be joined by Mark Perry, our Radio Real Estate Voice of the Valley. Mark has news about their new adult community, Platinum 2, and he says the answer is overhead. This weekend in the Fraser Valley, our cleanup woman, Monica de Nabriga, president of Mommy Maids, has some suggestions to help you plan your holiday cleaning schedule.
Good morning, or schedule if you're down in the States. It's Tom Lucas, the co-host for Northcott of Remax Performance Realty. Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you are listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650.
Your life's too busy to be doing the things that you don't want to do. Hi, it's Monica at Mommy Maids. We'll free up your time by taking care of all your cleaning needs. We have weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or one-time special occasion plans available, including move-in and move-outs. Commercial and residential cleaning performed by bonded, insured, WCB covered, uniform cleaning experts. You deserve a break, and Mommy Maids can help. Let us clean your castle with no hassle. Call 604-533-4959 or visit mummymaids.com.
Hi, it's Preston here from Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations. When you're ready to paint, call Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations. We do it all. The filling, the sanding, the taping. Hey, we even clean up after ourselves. Discover what Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations can do for your home and office. Call for your estimate, 604-897-6049. That's 604-897-6049. Or get more information at humphreypropainting.com. That's humphreypropainting.com.
Good morning. It's Tom Lucas from the Radio Real Estate Show over at CIL 650 Radio. At the other end of the phone line, I have my favorite service manager in the entire world, Mike Farkas, over at North Vancouver Nissan. Mike, what's going on?
We've just started on our website a 24/7 booking program. Easy as pie. It steps you all the way through, and it's great. You can book after your shower in the middle of the night if you got nothing to do and just feel like bringing your car in anytime. It's fantastic.
NorthVancouverNissan.com, NorthVancouverNissan.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. As a successful broker-owner, I have developed a team of mortgage professionals that support me and my clients. If you're confused with all the mortgage chatter of do's and don'ts, my mortgage team is ready to answer your questions to determine the best mortgage for you. Call 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
CIL 650. The clean up woman, 'cause she's tough. I mean, she really cleans up.
I want to tell you how tough the cleanup woman is. I called her the other day, said Monica, and she told me she's tough. She was tough, let me tell you.
I tell you, she's tough.
Yeah, well, it's time now for the cleaning tip of the week. Monica Dinao-Briga, the founder and president of Mommy Maids, is with us. She's on the line. Monica, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. The decorations won't look nearly as pretty if they're nestled in with cobwebs. Remember, cobwebs are great for Halloween, but it doesn't work for Christmas. Give the house a deep clean, dust, vacuum, mop, and polish. Get the sun shining into your house by cleaning up your windows, and don't forget those mirrors. I can't stress enough, get rid of the things that you don't need anymore. It will make your cleanup so much easier. Do all the laundry, or have everyone do their own if they're old enough. Bring in any potted plants from outside if they won't survive the cold, and rake up leaves that are left over from the fall. If you have children, have them clean their rooms just as thorough, telling them that Santa won't come if they don't. You can always use this time for them to go through their toys and pick a few to donate to charity or thrift stores. If any toys are broken, throw them out. This way you can make room for the dozens of toys they'll be getting for Christmas, and they will appreciate them even more. Now you're ready to decorate to your heart's content. This is Monica Dinao-Briga for Radio Real Estate.
Let Mommy Maids clean your castle with no hassle. Call Monica at 604-533-4959, 604-533-4959, or visit mommymaids.com. That's mommymaids.com.
Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650. It's 28 minutes after 10:28, Saturday morning. Bill Macklem in studio with us. Dwayne is here, our producer. And Fern is checking out the wonderful city of Phoenix for us. And you found out so very many interesting things about Phoenix, Fern.
That's the beauty of being on the road, that you can do the research and be personally there in places and do the research on the real estate and then sort of compare and see how it's going to influence us.
Now, how does it compare to the Vancouver market?
Well, it's interesting. Of course, the demographics are a little bit older, and Phoenix covers nearly 2,000 square miles, and there's 119 public golf courses, 55 private golf courses, and 38 resort golf courses. So, that's interesting where that money is coming from.
It's interesting. I was going to say it's interesting too that you mentioned that the people there are older, because we were just talking with Michael Henson a second ago, and he says in Squamish that the people are younger. So it's interesting. I guess all the old people have left Squamish and gone to Phoenix.
Well, it looks like to me in Phoenix, a lot of them don't have to work. It's a lifestyle that they pick. and sell their real estate in, or buy it as a second real estate in Phoenix, because it's very, very affordable. The median price of real estate in Phoenix is $184,000.
What?
And I know, but that's the median, okay? It's condos, townhouses, you name it. And that's as of November 15th, which is a decline of 5.6 over the previous quarter. The average cost to build a home here is $129 per square foot, and that is an increase of 8.4 over 2014. So there is a bit of a change. Popular neighborhoods, Camelback East, Paradise Valley, North Mountain, and Deer Valley. Average overall price is $300,000. So you can get in the burbs, not downtown, but in the burbs, you can get a really nice 2 to 3 bedroom rancher, single family, for $300,000, and that's up since October. In the last 30, 40 days, that it's gone up about since $295. So $5,000 prices have increased.
So maybe if people up here are listening to this program, Ferdinand, they're thinking this is very interesting, the information you're passing along to us this morning, perhaps they should call you after the show and put their house on the market and talk to Bill and move to Phoenix.
Well, yes, that's quite a possibility. And, of course, when I'm on the road like this, that not only do I check out the market, that being with a company like I am with Remax, that we have offices all over the world, so I can refer people out to anywhere they want to live in the world, and that's a real bonus.
Maybe we should, talk after the show. What do you think?
I think it's great.
I think it's great, too. Well, you're doing a wonderful job. Why don't you just go and have a cup of tea for a while, my dear, and we'll get back to you in a second. It's 10:31 on the West Coast, and Mark Perry now joins us. Mark is the voice of the Valley. He's on the line all the way from, well, not quite as far as Phoenix, but it is Chilliwack. Hello there, Mark.
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Fern.
Well, it's another weekend, and I suppose the sun is shining. I suppose the palm trees are blowing in the breeze out there in Chilliwack.
Oh, it's utopia out here, Tom. Everything's good in Chilliwack.
Well, I understand you guys are writing up some deals over there at Platinum, too.
Been a very good week. Miss Tracy, my sales manager, has written a deal, and I'm very excited to have more people wanting to buy out here, so that's great.
Mark tells me he's got some secret plans in the works. We won't go into them right now, but you do have some pretty exciting plans for Chilliwack coming up soon.
We're just going to unveil our Canadian retirement developments. We're going to run a flagship website, all our new adult lifestyle communities that we're going to be bringing on next year. So if you're want to be retiree or retiree, you deserve to come out and have a look at Chilliwack and come and see what we're going to be doing at Canadian Retirement for the new developments for next year. Come on out on the number 1 freeway eastbound, and you'll come out to number 3 road exit. You'll see a great big banner sign on a semi-truck trailer that will direct you to Inglewood. So take that number 3 road exit and follow our signs to Keith Wilson Road and go to the very end of Keith Wilson Road, and we're the adult lifestyle community right at the very end.
Well, Mark, as you know, our friend Bob Dylan once sang, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. But in this case, out in the valley in Chilliwack, the answer is flying overhead this weekend.
It's a favorite time of the year for me. I'm a big bird watcher. Would like to invite all our listeners to come out to Kilby because it's the start of the Fraser Valley Bald Eagle Festival. And Kilby is a very little town by Harrison Mills, which was quite a logging town at one time in its past. We have the biggest population of bald eagles around, basically, I think, almost in North America, if I'm not mistaken. It's a beautiful part of the world. It's a nice little country area. There's a great golf course out there and Rowena's. There's a good spot on the way out as you go through Dewdney. You want to stop at the Dewdney pub and have a great lunch there. They serve up some good grub.
Mark, I want to thank you for not saying that Tom Lucas and the show are going to the birds when you mentioned that.
Yeah, that'll be next week. We'll talk more about that next week.
All right, we'll find out what's happening next week. I'll talk to you then.
This is Mark Terry, the voice of the Valley on the Radio Real Estate Show.
Mark's always got stuff going on in the valley, and when he's talking about the pub out there, yes, I was out there on a motorcycle one time, and a great place to go for lunch. So call Mark at Platinum 2 or Englewood Courtyard in Chilliwack. The toll-free number is 778-240-8513. That's 778-240-8513, or go to englewoodcourtyard.ca for more information.
Okay, now, Fern, you just said a second ago you went out to this pub out in Chilliwack. You were riding a motorcycle and you went to a pub. Now, there are probably little children listening, so this is not a good thing to be doing now, is it?
Well, the thing is that when you're on the back of the motorcycle, you can sort of do what you want. But
Okay.
I will be clear, I don't drink alcohol.
I got you. Yeah, and you're on the back of the bike. I'm sorry, I thought you were driving the bike.
Well, no, I haven't got that yet, to that yet.
Because I know that you can ride the wild bull, so there you go. It's
Hey, there's not a lot of difference, I'll tell you.
10:34 is the time, 604-280-0650. If you have a question about real estate or mortgages or whatever, if you just want to call and say hi, I'd love to talk to you. 604-280-0650. If you're out of the local dialing area, it's a toll-free call. Bill Macklem, the money guy on the show, will pay for the call. 1-877-280-0650. 1-877-280-0650. You're going to be talking about rates, some more talk about rates?
In this next section, we're going to go over rates and how the banks set them, where rates are going, what kind of the short-term, mid-term look on rates are going to be in the next 12 to 18 months.
I heard they're going one direction. I won't say, but am I right? They're going that way? Really?
Yes.
I thought they're going, really?
Yes.
Wow, okay, we'll find out some more. So, Fern, what else is happening?
This is Fern Northcott of Radio Remax Performance with Bill Macklem, President of Dominion Macklem Mortgages, producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house, Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy CL.
When you need it done, you need the Radio Real Estate Moving Team.
Hi, Ryan from Diverse Electric, offering top quality work at competitive rates. Together, we at Diverse Electric have 15 years of business and project management experience. Call us at 778-809-2532 or through our website at diverseelectricltd.ca. When you're looking for an electrical contractor who can handle any size residential or commercial project, call Diverse Electric 778-809-2532 or through our website at diverseelectricltd.ca.
How much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice. Actually, the average polar bear weighs 1,100 pounds. Here at Redpath Relocations, we're that good. With more than 30 years experience estimating, we can ensure everything is accurately accounted for and you have the best price with no hidden costs. Check us out at redpathrelocations.com or give us a call at 604-945-9910. Redpath Relocations. Always ready, always reliable.
For more information, go to radiorealestateshow.ca and click on the link.
Hi, this is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. You deserve the facts of a professional home evaluation based on the statistics of the MLS. To find out what your house is really worth, call or text me. Fern Northcott, 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Most people need advice on mortgage financing. We provide personal financial advice with no vested interest and at no cost. We're compensated by the lenders. We'll review your current financial situation to determine if you are ready to purchase. If not, we'll help develop a plan to put home ownership in your future. For more information, call 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Vancouver weather.
10:37, a glorious Saturday morning in Vancouver here on the West Coast. Solid sunshine today. Highs not that warm, though, just up to 6 degrees, right, Willie?
Yeah, but it feels warm because the sun's out.
It feels warm to you because you're from Winnipeg, that's why.
And tomorrow we're going to see a mixture of sun and cloud, and it's going to be a high of 8. It's even going to be warmer tomorrow, short weather tomorrow, and T-shirts. And then on Monday we're going to have periods of rain and a high of 5.
Bring out the umbrella once again. It's 3 degrees right now on the Radio Real Estate Show.
CL 650.
Ain't you gonna need this house no longer? Ain't you gonna need this house no more?
Ain't got time to fix the shingles. Ain't got time to fix the floor. Ain't got time to oil the hinges nor to mend the window pane. Ain't gonna need this house no longer. He's getting ready to meet the saints.
What do you think, Bill? There's a song you know, huh?
I know that song.
Your mom used to sing that to you, didn't you?
Yeah, she used to hum that. My dad would play the accordion behind us, and it was a wonderful. My sister would be doing a little tap dancing.
Really?
We are very talented.
Well, I'm
lovely,
thinking,
lovely family.
coming up, I'm glad you mentioned that because coming up soon is our annual Christmas party.
Yes.
And this year, we're kind of low on funding, and we need some entertainment. I was hoping that we could ask you if you would mind bringing your accordion again to the party.
I'll try to do a little Dick Contino.
Pardon me?
Dick Contino.
Oh, little Dick. Did you bring your little concertina thing?
Yeah, he's
really?
great. He's a great what do you call it? Accordionist.
Accordionist.
Yes.
That's good.
So you do a CD yet?
Yeah, have you done your CD yet?
No, I'm still trying to perfect the selection of songs to relate to today's world.
Well, Fern, you're going to love this because Bill, he does play a mean accordion, and we're going to be having our party real soon, and we want you to bring all your friends because we're going to have a good time.
Sounds good to me. If it's anything like our Halloween party, that was a blast.
Oh, my God. The Halloween party will be nothing compared to this, let me tell you. Bill is in charge of the eggnog, you see, so you go figure, right?
Oh, that's scary. That's scary.
It's 10:39. Now, I know, Bill, it's that time of season. The realtors are out there collecting blankets and clothing.
Yes, I think tomorrow's the last day for the blanket drive
Monday,
at all the
yeah.
RE/MAX offices, well, all the real estate offices.
Yeah.
Not just RE/MAX, so it's a blanket drive. I was in one of the offices yesterday. I saw about 8 big, huge garbage plastic bags full of blankets.
Wow.
So people are taking this seriously.
And you were out last night collecting some money for some charities?
We were doing the Ride for Cancer. My good friend Stu McLeod from Ritz Catering. He was a rider. He did 3 rides this year. One in BC, or I guess that was the BC Seattle one. He did one in Calgary, and he also went out to Toronto and did one out there.
Wow.
And his team, I think it's called 33. Their team of riders. They raised over $2.1 million in fundraising this last year. And yesterday was the day we started off for the next year.
And over at Dominion Macklin Mortgages, you folks are collecting bikes?
We're doing bikes,
Yeah.
bikes for kids. We're doing that, and we're donating them on the Christmas cheer on, I think that's Thursday morning this week.
Really?
Yeah, so we're still looking for about 11 more bikes. We've almost got our total. We said we try to get to 100. And people can call us. It's $100 for a bike. If you got $50, we'll put your name down and put another $50 in there, and we'll get another bike for the kids.
So are these new bikes?
These are brand new
Wow.
bikes with helmets and locks. So
Really?
they've got the whole thing.
Do you have my name on your list?
I do.
Because I could use a new bike this year.
We have age restrictions.
Never mind. I'll give you $50 for a bike. How about
That'd be great.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So
I'd
we
appreciate
could either drop by your office or just give you a call and
Just give us a call, and
yeah.
we'll put you down, and we'll get the bike and put on the list. And on Thursday we'll be able to donate, hopefully 100 bikes.
Could we get your number and give you our credit card number and do it that way too if we wanted?
You know what? That might be a little bit challenging, but I think we could.
Okay, sounds good. So till Thursday, right, Bill?
Yeah, just give me a call at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-4663.
Well, I think in this case, Billy wasn't walking. You were riding your bike, huh?
Yes.
Yes, good idea. So again, till Thursday, and then you're going to make sure all these people have the bikes at the
Yeah, we're going to be down. I think we're downtown about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning on Thursday to unload these bikes that we've got. I think we've raised, as a group, Dominion Lending Centers have raised over 2,600 bikes this year.
Mm-hmm.
And our franchise, Dominion Macklin, we're looking for towards 100.
And not only that, you have the annual Bill Macklin Dominion Macklin Mortgage Christmas Party next year.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry, next year. Next Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. This is for all our brokers that have worked hard all year long. We try to do something special for them because they work hard, and hopefully they're looking after their clients. We always look to make sure that our clients are put first. So this is our way, my way, as the owner, to say thank you to our brokers and to our lenders. We have our lenders coming out as well.
And I understand too that you'll be having a tribute to Tina Turner.
We're going to have a lady that was on the Ellen DeGeneres show.
She does a heck of a job.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's going to be. We're pretty fortunate. We're over at the Pasta Vina, which is the Italian restaurant on 24th Avenue in South Surrey, and we're going to hold it there. And they've made the arrangements to have this lady there.
Do you think if I was to come and I went up to the stage, could I be at the front of the stage when she's singing Proud Mary? What do you think?
You probably could.
I don't know, Tom. Just leave it to Tina, okay?
It's 10:42 on the Radio Real Estate Show. It's Tom Lucas along with Fern Northcott and Bill Macklin. And Dwayne Bishop is here too. Now, Billy, a little earlier you said you're going to talk some more about rates?
Yes.
They're going up, right?
No.
No?
So right now the rates are moving upwards right now for not any good reasons. If you look at the bond market, it's flat. If you look at the stock market, it's fairly strong this last week, even in spite of what happened in Europe on last Sunday. So there's things happening, but there's no real pressure on the rates to go up, other than the fact that some of our lenders want to make a higher profit so they can pay their shareholders and some of their senior management their bonuses for the year.
I was going to say the word bonus comes into this somehow, doesn't it?
So it has nothing to do, as I'm getting older, I'm getting a little more sarcastic. That's kind of a joke. I am sarcastic. But you look at this and you start realizing that the banks are there to lend money.
Mm-hmm.
They're not there to look after you. They don't care whether you made all your payments last year. If you're not making your payments this year, we're going to foreclose on you. They don't care. This is a business. This is not a. What would you call it? A social event.
Sounds like tough love to me.
It is. So banks want to make their money, and I was in the bank, and they're talking about bonds. You can actually put your money into 1 or 2 year bonds. The 1 year bond was like 0.7% interest per year.
How much?
0.7.
0.7. Okay, yeah.
2 year was like 0.8, and the third year was like 0.87. And you kind of go like, so who are you helping? Because if you went back in the bank and wanted to borrow some money for a vehicle, an unsecured line of credit, or a personal loan, you're looking anywhere between 9 and 12% interest. But they're buying their money for less than 2.
I see.
But so how is that helping us as consumers? Well, it's not. But the sooner the people realize that, the better off they're going to be. But most people think that because they're talking to a bank, they must be looking after my best interests.
I know some people that go to the bank, and Fern will attest to this too, and you too, Bill. They go to the bank and they say, well, I saw my nice young man at the bank today, and I bought something. And I say, so what did you buy there? I don't know. That's not exactly what you call premium service.
No, it isn't. And you know what? I always ask my clients when they say that they're dealing with, I ask them who their lender of choice is, and they tell me, and I always ask them if they would like a second opinion. And, of course, that's where Bill comes in. And if my clients decide to go back to their bank and take advantage of those services, that's fine too. But I like them to be educated and have that second opinion from Bill so that they can make the best decision for them. Because, I mean, you're right, it is a business, but it's also a personal thing, and it's our job, Bill's and mine, to help people build their portfolio. We're not only there just to give out money and sell and buy houses for them. We want to see them when they're 50, 55, 60 years old. We want to see them be able to retire and feel good about the business decisions that they made for the previous 40 years.
Well, you know what? It's absolutely true what Fern is saying, because there's a gentleman that works here at the radio station, and he had a situation with his mortgage, and he got in touch with Bill, and he had a mortgage elsewhere, and Bill looked it over for him and said, yeah, you're doing okay, right?
Yeah.
So you're like that, yeah?
Yeah.
He's done that with me, too, with some of my clients, too, and it's been very much appreciated for two things, that they did have a second opinion, but they also had an expert like Bill that said, I can't do better for you. Stay where you are. And how does that give credibility? That's wonderful.
Well, we think so. Well, then we're kind of prejudiced. But when we sit down with a client, we're talking. We normally talk to them for an hour and a half. I had a client come in Thursday night. Him and his brother are thinking of going out and buying a couple of revenue properties, and we're wondering what they should be looking at. And obviously they have a little bit of history, and he's nervous. Obviously, he'd be nervous. We would all be nervous. But they're thinking, we're making some half decent money. We're not saving as much as we should. Maybe we should be putting it somewhere. Where can we put it? Well, we know that property in BC is at all-time high demand, and it's going to continue being a high demand because we're certainly not moving fast enough to supply that demand at this point. So now's the time to buy them, and if you can get the funds put together to look at buying another property, you should be doing it.
Absolutely, and to hang on long term. A lot of people feel they can buy a piece of property and flip it in a year or two. Well, the reality is, if the market's in your favor, then it happens. But most of the time, the percentage of that happening is very, very low. Person should look at holding on to their property, whatever it is, minimum of 5 years. And then, whether you get a 2-year, 5-year, 3-year mortgage, whatever you prefer is just fine. But look at hanging on to your real estate for 5 years and then reevaluate what you're doing at that time.
Let me see if you agree with me. For my father-in-law and Bill, my father-in-law used to say, if you're into real estate and you're in for the long haul, you cannot lose.
That's absolutely true. And you know that I look at my lifestyle, too. I'm very fortunate. My lifestyle financially has freed up quite a bit after working this for 40 years. But what it is that there is absolutely no way that I could sell my single-family dwelling. I've had rentals over the years and all kinds of stuff, but there is no way, security-wise, and also it's indoctrinated into my mind, that keep your money in real estate. And I can never sell my single-family dwelling and use that money for something else. It's where I live.
Yeah, we were talking about how much or how little you're getting at the banks these days for interest. I said I was in one bank last week, and it said if you switch your money over to a savings account, you get 1.75. What a deal. But we talked to a gentleman last week, Steve Ponte, and he was talking about MICs, which are?
Mortgage investment corporations, and you're going to get somewhere between 7 and 11% depending on the risk factor that you want to take. But you're certainly going to get 7. And that's very good return.
And that's a lot more than you're getting elsewhere these days.
Well, and if you use the law of 72, and most people probably have heard this, but don't always understand it, is that you take whatever interest rate you've got and divide it into 72, and it'll tell you how long it takes for that to double.
Okay.
So if you have a 7% interest rate, divided into 72, it'll take 7.2 years for that money to double. And then it starts increasing. So what most of us don't get exposed to is the fact that money's like a snowball, and if you put a little bit in a MIC fund, so to speak, and let it start rolling downhill, as it gathers speed, it attracts more and more interest to it, and eventually it's a huge amount.
And what Steve was telling me too, you can't really lose, because if you put, say, 25 grand into this project, within 3 months, if you don't like it and you don't feel comfortable, he told me you can get your money out, no questions asked.
Yep.
So you really can't lose.
No, you can't.
It's a good deal.
And you know what? I agree with you there that I didn't know about mix until about 10 years ago. And for the last 10 years, I personally have some of my money involved in mix, and I've watched it grow. And I'm a great believer personally in mix. It's wonderful. Diversify your portfolio.
Let's flip that over for just a second now. People invest into mix, and then the company, like Steve, will take that money that has been invested and he loans that out, right?
Absolutely.
That's
like,
correct.
for example, let's say that you were fortunate enough to have a certain amount of money, and next door there's an empty lot, and you know that a good friend of yours wants to buy a house, but there's no house on it. So you know that you can get this house built, so you can go to this MIC fund, borrow the money to build the house, and then sell the entire thing to your friend or neighbor or to somebody else, doesn't matter who that is, and make a profit.
So what you're saying then is I could go get the money from the MIC, or from Steve, buy that house before my neighbor does, and then sell it to him at a profit.
Exactly.
Oh, a nice guy I am, eh?
Yeah, exactly. But maybe there's no house on it, or maybe it needs to be renovated, or maybe it needs to be upgraded, maybe it needs to be cleaned up. You know, maybe the people that were in there didn't have the ability to maintain it the way they should have. You know, so then you take this money, and let's say you have a certain amount of income that qualifies you for this amount of money, but you need X more than that. They'll give it to you. You're probably going to charge you somewhere between 6 and 12%, depending whether it's a first or second mortgage. But it's an opportunity cost of money.
Yeah.
It's not like forever.
You know it is, and there's so many people say to me over the years, and even now, they say, you know what, if I had known 20 years, 30 years, 40 years ago that real estate was going to do this, I would have bought the property next door. And I immediately say to them, did you have the financial wherewithal to do it? And they say, well, no. And so it's all a moot point. But now we have such diversified opportunities in borrowing money, as in like from a MIC or whatever, that the money is out there. You just have to do your due diligence and find it, and find somebody that you can work with that you trust.
Yeah, because if you don't, I think it's all a case of coulda, woulda, shoulda. Instead of coulda, woulda, shoulda, why don't you go see somebody like Bill Macklem, and you do a little investigating, and you find out whether they can afford to do this, right?
Absolutely. I was talking with one of my realtors yesterday. They're fairly new and trying to do the right thing. And what they're finding out, particularly people that are probably under the 40-year bracket, they look at buying a house as if it's a stock market. So like they're waiting for the right price, or they're gonna it's too high right now, or it's not high enough, or it's, you know what? You're going to be paying rent unless you're living with mom and dad. You're paying rent anyways. Make the plunge, get the property, get into it, and move forward. Because if you're not in it, you can't do it.
Yeah, it's kind of like buying a car too. I think once you make the decision to drive, you are paying for a car whether you buy one or lease it or whatever, right? So it's the same thing with housing.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I find that too, that more and more people these days are seem to be renting. And before, I used to think when I was a kid that you only rent because you couldn't afford to buy a home, but that's not the case these days. No.
There's nothing out there.
No.
Well, that's true. But when you look at what it costs to rent a property, there's still that sector of the population that feel the responsibility thing. A lot of times they don't want the responsibility of ownership. But when you're looking at renting and you're paying somebody else's mortgage for the rest of your life, first of all, what do you have in your nest egg when you get the golden age? And you have been paying somebody else's off, and they've got a good nest egg, and they're living in Phoenix.
Unless, of course, you like to do it the Bill Macklem way and my father-in-law's way, the never plan.
Exactly. I never retire.
Never retire.
Well, hey, I don't know. You got to say, down here in Phoenix, of course, there's not social benefits in the States that we have at home in Canada. And you go into a lot of the stores, and there's so many people over 65, over 70 that are still working, and it's good to see. But a lot of them, their health is giving, and they can't afford to retire. They can't afford to quit work, and yet their health, they're on a real fine line here, and it's really sad to see.
Well, you know, Fern, you're goofing off this weekend, having a good time, doing a great report for us, and we appreciate that. But Monday, you've got to get back to work. And if somebody would like to get a hold of you on Monday, how can they do that? Either by phone or by text or go to your email or your website? How can they do that?
All of the above. And my phone and my cell and my text is 604-790-9066. That's 604-790-9066. My website is fnorthcott.com. That's fnorthcott.com. Or you can email me, Fern with an E, at smartwith2ts.com.
And if you're interested in getting a hold of Mr. Bill Macklem, Billy, how do we do that?
Just give me a shout at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
604-HOME.
Yeah.
And do you know when we say Billy with an I, not a Y, mac.com? I just realized this the other night. If you put mac.com, you get YMCA. Did you ever think of that?
No. You're just so confusing.
Come on to the YMCA.
I think it's called dyslexic, Tom.
There's a song there, Fern. There's a song there. Billy, what's coming up?
I hear a song there. I hear a song coming on.
In our next segment, we're going to hear from our Radio Real Estate home handyman, Finn Jensen. This morning, Finn talks to us about insurance coverage and renovations.
Good morning. It's Tom Lucas with our co-host, Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy CIL 650.
Hi, this is Stuart Goodman, the General Sales Manager at North Vancouver Nissan, part of the Dilawri Automotive Group. Come and visit us in the North Shore Auto Mall and see the all-new 2016 Nissan Maxima and new Murano. Visit North Vancouver Nissan, home of the new purchase experience, in the North Shore Auto Mall or online at northvancouvernissan.ca. That's in the North Shore Auto Mall or online at northvancouvernissan.ca.
Introducing Mommy Maids, a business created out of the lack of employment opportunities for single moms with flexible working hours. From residential to commercial, you can trust their insured and bonded cleaning professionals with any task. Let them clean your castle with no hassle. Go to mummymaids.com or call 604-533-4959.
1, 2, 3, ABC. Mommy Maids, come rescue me.
Hey, it's Preston from Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations. At Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations, we're more than just painting. As you can guess from our name, we do renovations too. Kitchens, bathrooms, living rooms, offices, whatever your renovation needs are, Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations is here for you. Call for your estimate now, 604-897-6049. That's 604-897-6049. Or get more information at humphreypropainting.com. That's humphreypropainting.com.
CIL 650. I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in and stops my mind from wandering. I'm filling the cracks that ran through the door and kept my mind from wandering.
Well, if you have holes in the roof and the rain may come in, it could be coming in by Monday, according to Mr. Macklem's weather forecast.
Right.
Looks
and
like
then it'll be freezing inside.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Better call Finn Jensen, I guess.
I think so.
He can make it nice and warm for you. And speaking of Finn, we have him standing by on the line right now. Finn, good morning.
Good morning, Tom, and good morning to Fern and Bill. Recently, I mentioned the advisability of a good insurance policy and taking time to familiarize oneself with the coverage. Your agent should be able to help you with that. It could be one of the most important instruments in your cabinet. In other boxes and cupboards, many have a handy selection of other instruments, such as carpentry tools and other wrenches and pliers, oiled and ready for the next do-it-yourself project, some of which may entail plumbing and perhaps a little electrical work. This is where some can become lost. Simple is simple, but it doesn't take too much more before training and permits are required. If a problem occurs and a claim is filed, your underwriter will likely want some background information about the work, etc. This in itself is a drag on the satisfaction a hard-working jack-of-all-trades deserves. But what can really mess things up is when a problem shows up months after the installation. Sometimes it's a procedure problem, but more insidious is a damaged component. A crack or a cut anywhere can go unnoticed for quite a while before revealing itself, to the consternation and disbelief of the owner. So the tip should be good insurance and familiarity with the work. This is Finn Jensen for Radio Real Estate. Talk to you next week.
This fall and winter, let Finn take care of your heating and plumbing needs. For reliable and dependable service, call Finn at Gentech Mechanical Installations. 778-378-2740. That's 778-378-2740.
Thank you, Willie. It's 10:58, a couple minutes to go in the show. And Fern, you've got some more interesting facts we can pass along about Phoenix. 'Cause I'm kind of excited about there. I'm thinking about making a move. Should I?
Hey, well, Tom, you could put a second mortgage or a first mortgage on your home, and yes, you could buy something down here quite reasonably. And then you could be down here and doing your show 6 months out of the year in the sunshine. So today in Phoenix, it's 77 degrees Fahrenheit, which translates into 25 degrees Celsius. Are you jealous?
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, as far back to real estate again, there are 6,194 homes currently on the market, and that's in Phoenix as of November 15th. And the amount of listings is a little bit down from the previous quarter, which, again, demand and supply. We're in a fairly stable market down here. Now, rentals, you can get a one-bedroom condo, goes for about $800 and up to about $1,100 for a pretty nice three-bedroom. And the outer areas of Phoenix, you can get a single-family dwelling. And as the listening audience knows, most of them are like two-bedroom, three-bedroom ranchers, and they're pretty awesome, double garage, etc.
Do they
And you can buy. Some of them do. Yes, the people that own them, a lot of people put pools in. Rentals sometimes not. But you can rent a really nice single-family dwelling in the outer areas, like let's say Langley, for $1,000 a month.
You know, Fern, I was just thinking. Can you imagine Bill sitting around by the pool in his Speedo?
Oh God, no!
I have a borax suit.
The vision.
If you folks would like to maybe think out how much your house is worth and perhaps you're contemplating a move down to Phoenix, why don't you give our good friend Fern a call? And Fern, if they want to talk to you about real estate up here in the metro British Columbia market, how do they get a hold of you?
Anytime at cell or text 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or if you want to email me at fern@smart.com. Fern with an E, Mark with 2 T's, .com. Looking forward to hearing from anybody. If you got questions about real estate, I will give you whatever advice that I can.
Fern, thank you so much for today. Boy, we know everything there is to know about Phoenix right now, and I know nothing unless it was for Fern.
Sounds great out there.
Yeah. Do me a favor, Fern. Check out the radio stations while you're down there, too, will you, please?
You know what? I'll do that, Tom. I'll email you during the week and let you know what's going on with radio stations.
If you can find one that plays music from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, we are smoking.
Smoking. You got that right.
Enjoy your weekend. Thank you. What a great report. We'll see you back here next week. And you have a wonderful week. Bill Macklin, thank you for being here as usual. And it's the, don't forget, Christmas sweaters starting next week on the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're going to have a little Christmas theme, and the big Christmas party is coming up in a few weeks, right?
That's right.
All right. You have a great week. Yeah. Dwayne, thank you for being here, buddy. It's Tom Lucas. We'll talk to you Monday morning on the radio at 6 o'clock in the morning for Sterling Fox, back at noon. So I'll probably be here for the next couple of weeks. So
Tom Lucas all the time.
It's more Tom all the time. Thank you. Bye.